Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, February 17th, 2021, day 29 of the Joe Biden-Kamala Harris presidency, and this is your news blurb. So in case you haven't been paying attention to the mainstream media today, we've been hacked again, and it's the worst hack ever. Again. And everyone assumes it's the Russians. Again. Ann Neuberger, who is the Deputy National Security Advisor for Cyber and Technology, held a press conference today to discuss this hack and its large-scale impact on the U.S. Now, the first thing I noticed was she has a really strange, awkward, uncomfortable smile, and even giggles sometimes, while she's discussing a large-scale cyber attack on the U.S. See if you can catch that on the clip. Also, see if you can spot the big lie in her monologue.
Hackers launched a broad and indiscriminate effort to compromise the network management software used by both government and the private sector. The intelligence community is looking at who is responsible. Until that study is complete, I'll use the language we previously used, which was to say an advanced persistent threat actor, likely of Russian origin, was responsible.
So basically what she means to say there is she's just going to use the prepared talking point that she's been given for all of these cyber attacks. And of course, that includes the notion that it was the Russians.
As of today, 9 federal agencies and about 100 private sector companies were compromised. As you know, roughly 18,000 entities downloaded the malicious update, so the scale of potential access far exceeded the number of known compromises. Many of the private sector compromises are technology companies, including networks of companies whose products could be used to launch additional intrusions. So why does this matter? Why is this significant? The techniques that were used lead us to believe that any files or emails on a compromised network were likely to be compromised. The scope and scale of our...
So any files on a compromised network are likely to be compromised. That's just genius.
Investigation is underway, and we look forward to providing you future updates in the future. So how did...
We look forward to providing you with future updates in the future. Again, genius.
This happened? There's 2 parts to that, them and us. The actor was a sophisticated, advanced persistent threat. Advanced, because the level of knowledge they showed about the technology and the way they compromised it truly was sophisticated. Persistent, they focused on the identity part of the network, which is the hardest to clean up. And threat, the scope and scale to networks, to information, makes this more than an isolated case of espionage. And then us. There's a lack of domestic visibility. So as a country, we choose to have both privacy and security. So the intelligence community largely has no visibility into private sector networks. The hackers launched the hack from inside the United States, which further made it difficult for the US government to observe their activity. Even within federal networks, a culture and authorities inhibit visibility, which is something we need to address. I want to take a moment to thank the public and private sector network defenders who've been working very hard to find and expel these adversaries from both government and private sector networks.
Wait, what? Is she accepting the Academy Award? Oh, I would like to thank my mother who always stood by me and my father who was always pushing me to greatness. I would like to thank my publicist who was always throwing me in front of the media. I would like to thank my makeup artist who clearly needs to be fired. I would love to thank all of these people who made all of this possible for me. I mean, seriously, did it not sound like she was just accepting an Academy Award and thanking all these people who apparently helped her succeed? In a cyber attack, people. This is all happening in a press conference over a cyber attack on the U.S., a large-scale cyber attack on the U.S., and she's smiling and giggling, and she was smiling and giggling when she's talking about not having access to the private sector's information. And with that, have you spotted the big lie in her monologue? Which basically was saying, well, we don't have access to the private sector's information. Bullshit. I believe that was well established a long time ago at the beginning of Obama's presidency, that it was basically thrown out to the entire country that yes, the NSA has been spying and can spy and can access pretty much everything whenever they want. So yes, that is the big lie in her monologue, and she's giggling and smiling when she's saying it. It's creepy. That's all I got.